Back again to the channel. Guys, I am always here to serve you guys how it is, what is currently happening in South Africa. Guys, recently the white South Africans said that they do not want to have anything to do with the black South Africans. According to them, they said ever since they employed most of those black South Africans, that they don't come to work, they don't even show up for work, that they're actually so tired of employing them. And for that reason, they've decided to give out visas to those that want to come and work in their company that are not South Africans. They've decided to want to sponsor them. But who want to go to South Africa this time? Who won't go? When there is a xenophobic attack, not when you be walking on the street, someone will just come and pew you with their, by you. But all the same, let's see how the white South Africans are rejecting black South Africans. They said the black South Africans are the problem of South Africa. That they are the ones causing problems in South Africa. They are the ones, making things so difficult for them in South Africa. Please, as you're watching, you know how we do it here. Kindly share the video, like, and please subscribe to the channel.
You say foreigners are driving up crime. The real crime is having to hear a German accent every time I leave my house. Oh, everything is so cheap here. I just bought property.
Another day, another drama. You see that video, right? The white Europeans are finding paradise in South Africa. They're buying up land. They're establishing themselves there. But what are the black South Africans doing? All right, I'll show you. Look at what they're doing. When I no go serious, when I go start to take life seriously? When? Now they manipulate you for hundreds of years and still manipulating you guys till now. When I go get sense?
Since the day I was forced to fire the foreigners who were working here, I lost about 6.2 million rands. The people working here, the South Africans, do not know the job. Some of them I try to talk to them, but they don't listen. Others arrive at work at 9, but work starts at 7. Some even come to work drunk. Some of them don't even come, especially from Friday to Monday.
Hello?
So I've decided to close my company here in South Africa. I am thinking of going to Zambia.
Why don't you stop closing the company and give them another chance?
I won't be able to give them another chance. I have lost a lot of money. It's better to close it.
Jacinta Zuma never engaged the critiques that I put forward in my videos, and this is kind of unsurprising because whenever she receives any kind of meaningful pushback, she kind of takes the same few avenues. She either completely disengages, or she just goes and attacks the person's character, which is what she did with the first Facebook post about me, or she shifts the goalposts. Instead of engaging with where the conversation is now, she moves the conversation to be about something else. Generally speaking, this I think is an important access point to talk not just about Jacinta, but Phagelo Mtagati and the leadership of March and March and what they are doing with the political energy and will that they have mobilized. Because one thing that is abundantly clear, and if you've engaged online for any amount of time, you will see this in the last few months around March and March, is that if you ever critique Jacinta or Phagelo Mtagati, the same thing happens. Even if you have legitimate grounds for your critique, you will immediately be assaulted by hundreds, if not thousands of people claiming that you are a white supremacist, that you just submit to white supremacists, that you're a Zionist, that you hate black South Africans, that you support illegality in the country. And even in instances where you can very clearly point to the fact, like there is misinformation and disinformation being shared, like there is evidence potentially of vigilantism. I don't know if you've seen that recent video of Phagelo Mtagati on Facebook. This is all alleged still. More research needs to be done. But in that video, he allegedly goes into the spaza shop owned by an asylum seeker and slowly but surely coerces them to close the shop through various kinds of intimidation and strong-arming, which is, of course, illegal. These things are worth legitimate criticism, and we have to be able to, in the public square, critique when figures with immense authority, with immense voice, with immense political energy behind them do these kinds of things. But when this happens with March and March, there is this kind of cult of personality that has been generated around them, in the same way that I think Donald Trump has energized a kind of cult of personality. We've seen this over and over again in the United States, where Trump will do something that clearly breaks the law, that spreads misinformation and disinformation, And when he gets pushed back, he immediately just attacks the character of the person, shifts the conversation, or disengages entirely. It's a very familiar playbook for kind of pushing whatever political agenda you have. And we have to be able to be critical of it here in South Africa. Of course, it's not just March and March who do this, and a lot of people were critical of me in the last video. They said, why don't you say this about AfriForum? I have said it about everybody who's ever claimed that there is white genocide in South Africa, or that white people are victims or under attack in some way. But we need to have this kind of very serious conversation right now about how this kind of cult of personality is generating around these two, and that they can act with further and further impunity because they've got this kind of cult of personality around them. They need to be held to account for when they make mistakes. Whatever your opinion is around irregular migration, even if you vehemently disagree with me, even if you think that I'm just someone who's privileged and sitting on his high horse and doesn't actually know what's going on at the grassroots, that's completely okay. I'm at peace with the fact that we may just have fundamental disagreements about that. But when someone lies to you, directly lies to your face, and uses your experience to further their own ambitions, or when someone uses your suffering to do things that are illegal themselves, I think we need to be able to sincerely say that there's something problematic happening there. And the more and more political will and energy that they generate, the worse and worse I think this can get. I'm not trying to fearmonger. I'm not trying to be a doomer. I'm also not trying to assert that my voice is the only voice that matters on this. I'm very aware of the fact that I'm a white South African who gets to escape many of the struggles that fundamentally inform the reason we're having these conversations. But on some level, we need to pay attention to the very dangerous kind of political power and political energy that these two people are generating. And then briefly, because some people said that the service provider network report that Jacinta was pointing to says that there's about 90 to 100 million people in South Africa. The March 2025 ICASA report points out that though there are about 120 million subscribers to various SIM cards, there's only about 42 million users. And so if you see a number that says 80 to 100 million, it's misinformation, it's a misrepresentation of the statistics, it's a misrepresentation of these kinds of reports.
Guys, you've seen it now. There is one thing that baffles me with South Africans. Whenever you make videos like this about them, they'll come to the comment section, oh, it is AI. You are a bloody liar. They'll start insulting you. They love when people, lick their asses. And I'm not here to do that. I'm not here for them. I am not one of those hungry creators. Hungry, wretched creators that are always licking the ass of those xenophobic people. And mind you, I'm not saying South Africans, all of them are xenophobic, because there are some South Africans that do not really support these xenophobics. But I am actually referring to those, hungry, looting, xenophobic South Africans. This video is always for them. This video is exposing who they are. But you still see those looters who come to my comment section and tell me, you are a liar. They even call me AI. They call me AI. They'll tell me you are lying. You bloody lie. And the videos are there to prove a point. That is the reason why I usually make videos. It is only those that has wisdom that watch my videos and understand that these videos are actually true. It is only those that have good hearts that will condemn the acts of South Africans to foreigners. But once you are cold-hearted, once you are a wicked person, you would like your people to be oppressing people, like you love oppressing. That is the only time you can be able to support what South Africans are doing to Africans. See, mind you, I am not saying South Africans cannot chase away illegal immigrants. They can do that. It is their constitutional right to chase away illegal immigrants. But beating them up, looting their stores, it is a no-no. It is unacceptable. It is a no-no. And going as far as going into stores, offices of people that are living legally and asking them to leave their office because they are not South Africans, or going to the hospitals, chasing them away. That is where I have problem with South Africa. That is where I draw the line. So if you're South African watching this video, it is not for you. I'm not making this video for South Africa. I don't even want South Africans to watch me. I don't want South Africans to watch. I don't want to see them on my comment section. Because these people, they will never acknowledge that they are wrong. That is, you see, any country that don't acknowledge that they are wrong, please don't do anything with those people. Those people are cold-hearted people. They are wicked people. Once you cannot acknowledge that you are wrong, please, guys, kindly share this video, like and subscribe.